There is a reason this message found you today. Not yesterday. Not last week. Today. And before this story goes deeper, listen carefully. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting for you at the end of this message. Something that may explain why your name has suddenly become impossible to ignore inside your soulmate's family. Right now, while you are listening to these words, conversations are happening. Quiet conversations. Unexpected conversations. Your soulmate's family keeps bringing you up in ways nobody expected. At first, it was small. Just a random mention. A simple question. Who is this person? But now? Now your energy has entered rooms you have never walked into. And somehow, they feel it. There is one person in that family who became unusually quiet recently. They heard something about you, and ever since then, they cannot stop thinking. Not because of fear. Not because of drama. But because something about your presence feels different. Rare. Almost impossible to explain. Stay till the end. Because the real reason has not been revealed yet. And when you finally hear it, you may never look at your connection the same way again. Your soulmate has tried to hide how deeply they think about you. But families notice things. They notice sudden smiles. Long silences. The way someone checks their phone and instantly changes expression. The way their eyes drift away during conversations. And recently, your soulmate's family started noticing all of it. Someone even asked them directly, "Why do you look happier lately?" The room became silent. Because your soulmate did not know how to answer. How do you explain a connection that feels bigger than words? How do you explain someone who entered your heart before fully entering your life? That question changed everything. Since that moment, your name began circulating more often. Not loudly. But constantly. And the shocking part? Some family members already feel like they know you. Even without meeting you. Don't skip. Because the next part becomes even deeper. There is an older energy inside that family, someone wise, someone observant, who noticed a change before anyone else did. This person watched your soulmate carefully. Watched the way they suddenly became calmer. More hopeful. More alive. And one evening, that person quietly said something nobody expected. This person must be special. The room froze. Because deep down, everyone secretly agreed. Your soulmate tried to change the topic. But the conversation kept returning to you. Again. And again. And again. It became impossible to ignore. There is something about your energy that keeps pulling attention toward you, even from a distance. And here is where things become truly unbelievable. One family member had a dream recently. A strange dream. Not frightening. Not confusing. Just powerful. In that dream, there was laughter, peace, warmth, and a feeling that someone important was coming closer. When they woke up, your energy was the first thing they thought about. Coincidence? Maybe. But what happened next made everything even stranger. The same day, your soulmate accidentally mentioned your name again. Without planning to. Without meaning to. And suddenly everyone started smiling. As if your presence had already become part of their future conversations. Stay till the end. Because something massive is unfolding behind the scenes. Your soulmate's family is beginning to realize something important. You are not just another passing connection. You carry comfort. You carry calm. You carry a feeling they cannot describe. And even though nobody says it directly yet, there is growing curiosity about you every single day. Someone wants to know what your voice sounds like. Someone wonders what kind of person you truly are. Someone quietly hopes they meet you sooner than expected. And your soulmate? They are trying so hard not to reveal how serious their feelings have become. But emotions always leave clues. Families notice energy faster than words. That is why conversations about you keep happening unexpectedly. At dinner tables. During car rides. In random moments of silence. Your name enters the atmosphere, and suddenly everybody pays attention. But wait. Because there is still one final truth you have not heard yet. And this truth explains everything. The reason your soulmate's family cannot stop talking about you, is because your presence already feels familiar to them. Not ordinary familiar. Soul-level familiar. Like someone they were always supposed to hear about. And even though the full story has not unfolded yet, something inside them already senses change coming. Big change. Life-changing change. So listen carefully. The next days may bring signs you did not expect. A message. A sudden shift. An emotional moment that feels impossible to ignore. Because this connection is becoming stronger behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it yet. And the most surprising part? Your soulmate's family may end up supporting this connection more than anyone imagined. The conversations have already started. The curiosity is already growing. And your energy is already being felt. Don't disappear now. Because what happens next in this story changes everything. A strange silence has entered your soulmate's family. And nobody understands why your name keeps returning in every conversation. Don't skip. Because what you are about to hear is not ordinary. Something huge is waiting for you. A moment happened recently that changed everything forever. Your soulmate was sitting with family members during a normal conversation. But suddenly, someone mentioned relationships. Another person laughed and said, "So, when are you finally going to introduce that special person?" The room instantly became quiet. Your soulmate froze. Not because they were uncomfortable, but because your face immediately appeared in their mind. That silence lasted only a few seconds. Yet everyone noticed it. And from that moment on, your soulmate's family began connecting the dots. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation is something almost nobody sees coming. One family member secretly started asking questions. Not in a suspicious way. In a curious way. What kind of person are they? Why do they matter so much? Why does your energy completely change whenever they are mentioned? And your soulmate could not fully explain it. Because some connections cannot be explained with normal words. Some people arrive with a presence that changes everything quietly. And that is exactly what is happening with you. Your energy has already entered their future thoughts. Even before officially entering their life. Don't skip. Because something shocking happened after this. A family gathering became unexpectedly emotional. Everyone was laughing, talking, sharing stories. But then your soulmates suddenly became distant for a moment. They stared into nothing, smiled softly, and someone noticed immediately. That person looked directly at them and said, "You're thinking about them again, aren't you?" The entire room reacted. Not loudly, but deeply. Because everybody already knew who they meant. You. And what happened next became unforgettable. Instead of denying it, your soulmate smiled. A real smile. The kind of smile that cannot be hidden. And in that exact moment, their family realized this connection was becoming serious. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this is where everything starts shifting emotionally. There is someone inside that family who rarely gets impressed. Someone who usually stays careful about people. But after hearing more about you, even they became interested. Why? Because every story about you carried the same energy. Peace. Warmth. Authenticity. And slowly, the family stopped speaking about you like a stranger. They started speaking about you like someone already connected to them. Stay till the end. Because the biggest revelation has not arrived yet. Late one evening, a conversation happened behind closed doors. Your soulmate was not even in the room. But your name still appeared. Someone quietly asked, "Do you think this person could truly become part of our future?" Silence. Then another voice answered softly, "Maybe they already are." That sentence changed the atmosphere completely. Because nobody expected the feelings to become this real this fast. And yet, here you are. Becoming impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Because what happened next feels like destiny itself. Your soulmate recently heard a song. A random song. But instead of listening normally, they immediately connected every word to you. And when family members noticed that emotional reaction, everything became even more obvious. Your presence follows them everywhere now. In songs. In thoughts. In quiet moments. In future plans they are afraid to say out loud. And the family sees it clearly. Someone huge inside that family is secretly hoping this connection succeeds. They may never say it directly yet. But their energy already supports you more than you realize. That is why conversations about you never fully end. Your name keeps returning. Again. Again. And again. As if destiny itself refuses to let this connection fade away. Stay till the end. Because the final truth is the most powerful part of all. The reason your soulmate's family cannot stop talking about you is because your arrival feels different from everyone else who came before. You brought a feeling no one expected. A calmness. A hope. A sense that something meaningful is finally unfolding. And deep down, even the people who have never met you yet already feel connected to your energy. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this story is only becoming stronger. The conversations are becoming deeper. The emotions are becoming clearer. And your soulmate? They are getting closer to admitting what their heart already knows. You are not temporary. You are becoming unforgettable. There is something your soulmate's family still hasn't confessed openly. But the energy inside their home has already changed because of you. Don't skip. Because what you are about to hear may explain why this connection feels stronger every single day. Something huge is waiting for you. Recently, your soulmate heard your name unexpectedly during a family conversation. Nobody planned it. Nobody forced it. But somehow, the topic returned to you again. And this time, the reaction was different. Nobody laughed. Nobody changed the subject. Instead, everyone listened carefully. As if your name carried weight now. As if your presence already mattered. Stay till the end. Because the next moment changed everything emotionally. One family member quietly said, "There's something different about this person." Simple words. But the room became silent immediately. Because deep down, everyone already felt the same thing. Your soulmate looked shocked hearing those words. Not because they disagreed. But because someone finally said out loud what they had been feeling secretly for so long. And from that moment, the conversations became deeper. More personal. More real. Don't skip. Because this next revelation is powerful. There is someone in that family who usually notices energy before everyone else. They pay attention to details nobody sees. And lately, they noticed something impossible to ignore. Every time your soulmate talks about you, their entire face changes. Their voice softens. Their eyes light up differently. Their stress disappears for a moment. And after noticing this again and again, that family member finally smiled and whispered, "This connection feels special." Those words stayed in the air long after the conversation ended. Because nobody could deny it anymore. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the emotional shift inside that family is becoming stronger every day. Your soulmate is no longer hiding their feelings successfully. The signs are everywhere now. The random smiles. The quiet thinking. The sudden happiness during ordinary moments. And the family sees all of it clearly. One evening, someone even asked directly, "Do they know how important they are to you yet?" Your soulmate became completely quiet. And that silence revealed more than words ever could. Stay till the end. Because the next part feels like destiny unfolding in real time. A family member recently mentioned your future without realizing it. Not as a joke. Not casually. Naturally. As if your presence already belonged there. And the second it happened, everyone paused. Because it did not feel strange anymore. It felt right. That moment stayed in your soulmate's mind long after the conversation ended. Because hearing your future connected to theirs made everything suddenly feel real. Not imaginary. Not temporary. Real. Don't skip. Because something unbelievable happened after this. Your soulmate started noticing signs connected to you everywhere. Random reminders. Unexpected memories. Small moments that instantly brought your energy into their mind. And strangely, their family began experiencing the same thing. One person heard your favorite type of music and thought about you. Another saw something beautiful and immediately said, "This reminds me of them." You are becoming part of their emotional world without even trying. And that is why they cannot stop talking about you. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the final truth of this part is unforgettable. Your soulmate's family is slowly realizing that you bring out the best version of your soulmate. A calmer version. A happier version. A more hopeful version. And once families notice that kind of change, they never forget it. That is why your energy keeps returning in conversations. That is why your name keeps appearing unexpectedly. That is why curiosity about you keeps growing stronger. This connection is no longer invisible. It is becoming undeniable. Stay till the end. Because the next chapter of this story becomes even more emotional. The walls are falling. The feelings are deepening. And someone inside that family is secretly hoping the moment finally comes when they get to meet you for real. Not someday far away. Soon. Very soon. Because your story with them has already started changing hearts behind the scenes. Something unexpected is happening inside your soulmate's family right now. And the truth is becoming impossible to hide anymore. Don't skip. Because this part changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a recent moment nobody can stop thinking about. A simple family conversation suddenly turned emotional the second your name appeared. Not because someone forced it. Not because anyone planned it. But because your energy has become attached to their future in ways they never expected. And this time, nobody changed the subject. Instead, everyone wanted to know more about you. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation is once in a lifetime. One family member quietly asked your soulmate, "What makes this person feel so different from everyone else?" The question hit deeply. Because your soulmate had no simple answer. How do you explain a connection that feels calm and powerful at the same time? How do you explain someone who entered your heart without forcing anything? Your soulmate stayed silent for a few seconds. Then smiled softly. And that smile said everything. The room noticed immediately. That was the exact moment their family realized. This connection is real. Don't skip. Because what happened after this became unforgettable. Later that night, a private conversation happened between two family members. And surprisingly, the topic was still you. One of them said something nobody expected. I haven't even met this person, but I already feel like they belong in our future somehow. Those words changed the entire atmosphere. Because deep down, everyone had started feeling the same thing. You no longer felt like a stranger to them. You felt familiar, comforting, important. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the emotional energy around your connection is growing stronger every single day. Your soulmate cannot hide it anymore. Even their smallest reactions expose the truth now. Whenever your name appears, their attention changes instantly. Whenever someone asks about you, their voice becomes softer. Whenever they think about the future, your energy is already there. And the family notices all of it clearly. Stay till the end. Because the next moment feels unreal. A family member recently gave advice to your soulmate. But during that advice, they indirectly spoke about you. They said, "Don't lose someone who brings peace into your life." Silence filled the room immediately. Because everyone knew exactly who they meant. You. And your soulmate? They looked emotional hearing those words. Because deep inside, they already know your connection is rare. Don't skip. Because something shocking is happening behind the scenes. Someone in that family secretly hopes this connection becomes permanent. They may never say it directly yet. But every time your name enters the conversation, their face lights up. Their curiosity grows stronger. Their interest becomes more real. And slowly, the family is beginning to imagine what life would feel like with you around. Not temporarily. Long term. Stay till the end. Because the biggest truth is finally here. The reason your soulmate's family cannot stop talking about you is because your presence changed the emotional atmosphere around your soulmate completely. You brought peace where there was stress. You brought warmth where there was distance. You brought hope where there was uncertainty. And families never ignore people who create that kind of transformation. That is why your name keeps returning. That is why conversations about you feel deeper now. That is why this connection keeps becoming stronger even in silence. Something huge is waiting for you. Because very soon, a moment is coming that will make everything feel real. A conversation. A confession. An emotional shift nobody can stop anymore. And when it finally happens, you will understand why your soulmate's family could never stop talking about you in the first place. Because from the very beginning, your energy already felt like home to them. A powerful shift is happening quietly. And your soulmate's family is beginning to realize this connection may be far bigger than they first imagined. Don't skip. Because this part reveals something nobody expected. Something huge is waiting for you. Recently, your soulmate was sitting quietly while family members talked around them. Everything seemed normal. But then, out of nowhere, someone mentioned your name again. And instantly, your soulmate looked up. That reaction lasted only a second. But everyone noticed it. The room became strangely silent. Because the emotion on their face could not be hidden anymore. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation feels unreal. One family member finally asked the question everyone had been secretly thinking about. Why does this person affect you so deeply? No laughter. No jokes. Just genuine curiosity. Your soulmate tried to answer calmly. But emotions speak louder than words. Their smile appeared again. That soft smile they only show when your energy enters their heart. And suddenly, the family understood something important. You are not just someone being talked about. You are someone being felt deeply. Don't skip. Because something unforgettable happened after this. Later that evening, a family member quietly admitted something shocking. They said, "Ever since this person came into your life, you've changed." Your soulmate froze. Because they knew it was true. They had become calmer. More hopeful. More emotionally open. And the family saw every bit of that transformation. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this connection is beginning to touch hearts beyond your soulmate alone. There is someone in that family who secretly worries about your soulmate's happiness all the time. Someone protective. Someone careful. But even that person has started softening toward you. Why? Because they can see the peace you bring. And peace is rare. Especially the kind that changes someone naturally without pressure. Stay till the end. Because the next moment changes everything emotionally. During another conversation, someone suddenly asked your soulmate something unexpected. Do you think this person could truly stay in your life for a long time? The question felt heavy. Real. Important. Your soulmate did not answer immediately. But then, very softly, they said, "I don't want to lose them." That sentence stayed in everyone's mind long after the conversation ended. Because it revealed feelings deeper than anyone expected. Don't skip. Because something emotional is happening behind closed doors. Your soulmate's family has started imagining your presence around them. Small moments. Future conversations. Shared laughter. Peaceful memories that have not even happened yet. And strangely, those thoughts no longer feel impossible to them. They feel natural. As if your energy already belongs there somehow. Something huge is waiting for you. Because one person inside that family recently defended you without even meeting you yet. When someone questioned whether this connection was becoming too serious, that person immediately answered, "No. I think this person is genuinely good for them." That sentence changed the atmosphere instantly. Because support had officially entered the conversation. And your soulmate heard every word. That moment touched them deeply. More deeply than they admitted. Stay till the end. Because the final revelation of this part is powerful. The reason your soulmate's family cannot stop talking about you is because your presence has started healing emotional spaces they thought would stay empty forever. You brought lightness. You brought sincerity. You brought emotional comfort that feels rare and unforgettable. And now, Your soulmate's family is no longer simply curious about you. They are emotionally invested in this connection. That is why your name keeps returning during conversations. That is why your energy keeps entering their thoughts unexpectedly. That is why this story keeps growing stronger behind the scenes. And the most unbelievable part? Someone inside that family already feels like meeting you will become one of the most important moments of their future. Don't disappear now. Because the next part of this story becomes even more emotional. The feelings are becoming undeniable. The connection is becoming impossible to ignore. And your soulmate? They are closer than ever to revealing what their heart has been hiding all along. There is a reason your soulmate's family keeps returning to your name. And tonight, that reason is becoming clearer than ever before. Don't skip. Because this part uncovers emotions nobody planned to reveal. Something huge is waiting for you. A quiet moment happened recently that changed everything inside your soulmate's home. No loud conversation. No dramatic scene. Just one simple question asked during an ordinary evening. Have you noticed how different you've become lately? Your soulmate looked surprised. Because they knew exactly why they had changed. You. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation carries powerful emotional energy. At first, your soulmate tried to avoid the conversation. But families notice things ordinary people miss. They notice emotional shifts. They notice hidden smiles. They notice when someone suddenly begins protecting their peace more carefully. And lately, every positive change led back to one person. You. Don't skip. Because what happened next became unforgettable. One family member quietly said, "Whoever this person is, they bring light into your life." The room fell silent instantly. Not because the words were shocking, but because everyone secretly agreed. Your soulmate could not even hide their emotions anymore. That sentence touched them deeply. Because hearing someone recognize your impact made everything feel real. Something huge is waiting for you. Because there is someone inside that family who has completely changed their opinion about love after seeing this connection. They once believed real emotional peace was rare. Temporary. Difficult to trust. But after watching your soulmate slowly transform, their perspective changed. And now, that same person keeps asking questions about you. Curious questions. Hopeful questions. Questions that sound less like doubt, and more like acceptance. Stay till the end. Because the next moment feels almost unbelievable. A conversation recently happened about the future. Nothing serious at first. Just casual talk. But somehow, your name entered the discussion again. And instead of awkward silence, there was warmth, comfort, even excitement. One person smiled and quietly said, "I feel like we'll hear much more about this person soon." That sentence stayed in everyone's heart. Because deep down, they already know this story is becoming important. Don't skip. Because something emotional is unfolding behind closed doors. Your soulmate has started imagining introducing you properly one day. Not as a random person. Not as a temporary chapter. But as someone meaningful. Someone worth protecting. Someone worth building memories with. And the family can feel those emotions growing stronger every day. Something huge is waiting for you. Because one family member recently defended your connection in a way nobody expected. Someone questioned whether feelings this deep could really happen naturally. But before your soulmate could answer, another voice spoke first. And they said, "Sometimes the right person changes everything quietly." Silence filled the room immediately. Because everyone felt the truth inside those words. Your soulmate became emotional hearing that. Not visibly. But internally. Because finally, someone understood what they had been feeling all along. Stay till the end. Because the biggest truth of this part is finally here. Your soulmate's family cannot stop talking about you because your energy feels safe to them. Not forced. Not complicated. Safe. And people never forget someone who brings emotional peace into a life they care about deeply. That is why your name keeps appearing naturally in conversations. That is why curiosity about you keeps growing. That is why this connection feels stronger every single day. You are no longer just part of your soulmate's thoughts. You are becoming part of their family's emotional world too. Don't disappear now. Because something powerful is approaching. A conversation that changes everything. A moment nobody will forget. And when it finally arrives, you will understand why your soulmate's family felt connected to you long before they ever truly met you.